Okay, hi everybody, I'm back. It's still June 2nd. Somebody just made a comment. I think it was Carvel0000. Was that the name of it? Of your channel? Um, that wanted to see me with the jacket on. So this is what it actually looks like on. The collar is really stiff, so I'm trying to push it out. I still need to get the sleeves shortened and also tightened a little bit. They're a little bit too big, so I'm going to get them tightened. But yeah, I want to finish putting the crystals on. But this is what it looks like. And in here, the light's not very good in here at all, so you can't really see the the prettiness of the crystals on it. But when it's out in the sun, those crystals just really shine. And I'm going to go ahead and finish these, take these that are here all the way around the back. So it's going to still have a lot more crystals on it, but really shines out in the sun. Looks really pretty. So this is my Showmanship jacket. And I know my channel has kind of like changed over the years. I forget when I started it. I think the end of 2009 or 2010. I know I did a lot of videos on me competing again after 14 years off. For those of you that don't know who I am and my background, I competed in the NPC from 1985 until 96. I won the NPC USA. It was in California that year. I won my weight class, which was lightweight, and I ended up winning the overall, which is unheard of. I think maybe only 2 lightweights have ever won an overall title, which winning the overall title, I got my pro card, my IFBB pro card. I did 1 pro show the next month, and I had debated and gone back and forth a few times, finally decided to do it. I should have waited because I didn't come in the same condition as I did for the USA. So it was the Jantana that I did in 1996. And I still placed the middle of the pack. I think I was about 10th out of 20 or 24, something like that, competitors. So if I would have been in better shape, or the kind of shape that I was for the USA, I have a feeling I would have placed higher because I wasn't quite as crisp. But anyway, after that show, I decided to retire, that I was done competing. When I started in 1985 competing, my goal was to turn pro. That's what I wanted to do. So anyway, my channel here, 2010, I have footage of after not competing in 14 years. I have footage of me getting ready for a show or a few shows, being older for one. So I wanted to see if I could still do it and get in shape. And I wanted to try the figure because figure wasn't around when I did figure. When I competed back from in 85 to 96. 96, I think, fitness, the fitness part was around, but I don't think they had figure yet. I can't remember when figure started, but anyway, so 2010, that was my goal, was to get ready for a figure show. I wanted to be more toned down and give that a try. So that was my first show in 2010. And then my second show, I did figure and physique, and they didn't have physique back then either, because I really like the figure part of it, wearing the high heel shoes and having the crystals. I like my bling. Having the crystals on your suit, I really like that part of the figure. But I missed the posing, getting able to go on stage and pose. And gosh darn it, my nose is running. I don't know why it's running today. Maybe allergies, I don't know. Anyway, you guys probably didn't need to know that part, but So anyway, my second show I did figure and physique, and I won both of the overalls in those. And then by the let's see, no, well, the third show I did figure and physique again, and then by the last show, which was the Natural Olympia, I ended up back in bodybuilding, which I had not wanted to do when I started because I did that for so long. I competed for 11 years in bodybuilding. I wanted to do something different. But anyway, at the Olympia, I ended up doing physique and bodybuilding and did really well. I won all of the bodybuilding. I won the short class bodybuilding, the overall open bodybuilding, and then the masters bodybuilding too. So in the physique, I won the masters physique, and I placed third in the open physique, and was going to compete again the next year, but didn't. It just didn't feel right. And anyway, started to go in that direction the end of last year, beginning of this year. I really have gotten into my horses lately. I have some new horses, and I've mentioned that in some of my other videos. So I guess my point of this video too was to show off my Showmanship jacket actually on, and to talk about my channel a little bit. So it's kind of changed, and it'll probably continue to change. So it's more about I don't know, whatever comes to mind. Updates with what I'm doing. So if you want to know what I'm doing in my life, I'm going to have updates, but right now for me personally, my goals are showing my horses and not really competing myself. I wanted to try to do that at the beginning of this year. I wanted to do both. I wanted to compete, and I'm going to go ahead and take this off. I do have a shirt on underneath. It's getting a little hot here. But anyway, I wanted to try to compete in figure and still do my horses. And that was easy to say before it got nice outside. Once it started to get nice outside, that's all I do is I spend my time outside with my horses and doing stuff with them. So the competing was out of the question. So, and I've done that. I think I'm probably done competing. Who knows? Maybe down the year. Never say never, because I said I would never compete again after 1996, but I ended up on stage in 2010. So never say never. So I don't know. Just right now, that's not it's not one of my desires right now. My desires right now are to show my new horses and just to play with the horses I have. Me personally, I have 5. My mom has 1 horse, so we have 6 horses here. But I have 5 horses to work with, and they do take a lot of time, but they're fun. They're fun to work with, and they give you a lot back. So my channel, I do have all kinds of different things on here. So I don't know. I see, sometimes people subscribe and then you realize that you lost a person or two, maybe because of a certain video or whatever. But these type of videos might be boring to some people. Some people like to see what's going on. But I do have lots of other. So don't judge my channel by some of these updates, especially the recent updates when I'm talking about horses, because I know it is supposed to be a fitness channel. It's CliftaFit, but it's also, about what I'm doing and trying to be fit while I'm doing horses. I may not be competing, but I'm trying to juggle having a life after bodybuilding, a different life other than bodybuilding. I mean, that's all I did before, and now I have other things in my life, and it's really hard to juggle everything and to get your fitness, get your workout in. I mean, that's all I did before, and I stayed in really good shape. Now I can kind of understand how a mom feels, about putting herself first and having kids. When your kids want you or need you, it's like, okay, well, I'll work out later. Well, I don't have kids that talk, but I have kids that I feel them pulling my energy. Come get me out, come do something with me. And plus I want to, that's what I want to do, and I've put myself on the back burner. So I'm to me it's a very hard process because I'm an all or nothing person. When I pick something, I like go after it. I'm not used to um, balancing things, I guess. I can balance things within one thing that I'm doing, but um, when I competed and that's all I did, I mean, I worked out. I trained people. I was always at the gym or at the grocery store or at home. So it was easy for me to stay tunnel vision with that and be the best that I could be. Um, so with the horses, that's what I tend to want to do is when I do something, I want to be the best I can be at it, and I want to immerse myself in it. And I tend to do that and then put myself on the back burner because I don't fit into that equation of wanting to work with my horses and show them and do good that way. So for me, it's a very hard process to throw myself back into the mix. And I'm trying to use my show clothes as a good incentive to do that again because I find it very hard to do that and not really have a goal. So I've made my recent goal, which I fit into my shirts. That's not a problem. It's just the pants. But although I did get a nice compliment at the last show, my friend was watching the class and said that somebody was like, "Oh, wait, how did they say it? She has a nice butt just like her horse does." Or her horse has a nice butt like hers, like she does, or something like that. But anyway, somebody thought my butt looked nice. But to me, it's I think I've gained a few pounds since then. The show was May 11th, and a couple weeks after that, I don't know, I started eating more, and I think I've gained a little bit of weight. I'm like softer. Oh, well, and I know what it was. I haven't told you guys this yet. I thought it was a starling because I have two starlings already that I saved. One's 4 now and the other one's 2. I found a little baby bird and it's turned out to be a sparrow. And I found her May 3rd, and May 3rd until now, with the exception of like 2 days in there, I get up around the clock, like when I'm sleeping, about every 2.5 hours to feed it because it's not eating on its own. And I hope she starts eating soon because when you get up every 2.5 hours, it's like you don't really get the kind of sleep that you need. And I think it's affecting my cortisol levels. I do have more belly fat, which I usually don't have, but I just feel softer. And it's like, the thing that they say about you need to get your sleep, you need to eat your protein, you need to work out, you need to do cardio. All those things you need to drink your water. All those things are true because for me, when I don't get, at least 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep, it shows in my body, and my belly fat, my belly gets softer and my butt gets softer. So that's part of, I think, what that is. And then it's like because I'm tired, I think I tend to reach for food more. Because then once I'm up and it's during the day, I'm up, I'm out doing stuff, I'm working or out doing stuff with the horses. So anyway, that's part of it. So, and I've just gotten to the point where I feel icky. So anyway, I'm trying to use my show clothes, so my pants and my chaps. I have a pair of really nice chaps that I had made about, gosh, I think it was like the end of 2008, beginning of 2009, and I haven't showed since then. But I was going to show in 2009, did a couple shows, and then didn't finish out the season. So anyway, I had those made, and I've never worn them yet for a show. And now that it's getting warmer, they're taupe colored. The last show I wore black chaps and black hat. And anyway, I'm getting here pretty long. It's almost 15 minutes, so I'll try to bring this to a close. anyway, I'd like to get into those, but my thighs are a little bit too big right now. So I'm trying to use my show clothes to kind of get me back on track of eating good again, and I just want to feel better. I feel icky. I don't know how people can like eat bad and live like, I guess you get used to the feeling, but it's like once you've eaten good and then you know what it feels like to eat good and feel good, then when you eat bad, it's like, ugh. My stomach is just like, ugh. So anyway, these type of videos, if you've subscribed, don't let these discourage you, because I do have lots of other videos with some workouts where I explain my techniques and the way that I do things and certain things throughout my workouts. So those are good, and I want to get back into taking my video camera to the gym and getting some of my workouts, because I do want to start working out again. My elbows have hurt for a while, and they seem like they get better and then they get worse. I started lunging horses again more, and so my elbow, I guess it's the joints, I don't know, it still could be tendonitis, but I hold a stick, so it could be tendonitis just because I'm like gripping, and I move from my wrist and forearm, and it puts pressure on my elbow. So anyway, I kind of was trying to give it some time off, and it's not it has its ups and downs. So it's like I just need to get back to it because I want to get toned again. I noticed my arms are getting, I've lost some size in my arms, and I want to get them toned up a little bit more. And anyway, so I'm going to have just different stuff on here. So, don't let a certain video make you unsubscribe, because if you have any questions about something that you would want to see in the gym or form of a certain exercise, message me and maybe I can do that. So I can, put those types of things up too. So any type of question that you have, comment below this video or send me a personal message and ask me your questions, because just because I'm into horses doesn't mean that I stopped knowing about bodybuilding or fitness. I still know all that stuff. I'm just not doing it myself right now, so I tend not to post certain things, but if there's something that you have a question about, just ask me. And anyway, 17 minutes so far, so I'm gonna end this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.